Hey guys, it's Marv over at Leadership Adventure, and today's blog post is entitled The Language of Purpose. And last week on the Devo segment, I shared my personal story about discovering my life purpose and the really profound impact it will have for me going forward. And if you don't get the Devo, click on the link below in the description to check that out. As I've gone through this process of learning about life purpose over the last few years, I've noticed that we throw around a lot of terms around purpose interchangeably. So this kind of got me to wondering if we might deepen our understanding of the subject if the nuance of each term was more closely examined. So today I will do exactly that. We'll take a look at some of the terms I've used interchangeably and how I've started learning to better differentiate them. And as a reminder, this is just a work in progress, so please don't feel like you've got to accept my current thinking on this. Rather, I hope it encourages you to dig in a little bit deeper on your own to uncover the highest and best for your life and for those in your circle of influence. Now, here are the terms we'll look at today: purpose, impact, making a difference, significance, legacy, life calling or life assignment, and mission. So the first term is purpose, and really, purpose in leadership refers to the underlying reason or the why behind a leader's actions and decisions. It's about the intrinsic motivation that drives a leader, something that your heart is passionate about and just pushes you forward. And it's tied strongly to your motivation, your natural strengths, and also your life story, how your life has unfolded. I also like to think of purpose as a person's North Star, or the other way I've heard it described is, what is your why? And this Thursday in the Devo, in a couple of days here, I'll take a closer look at this from the perspective of faith-based leaders. The second term I've been working on is the term impact. And impact refers to the effect or influence that a leader has on their team, their organization, or on a broader community. It encompasses the tangible and the intangible outcomes resulting from a leader's actions, decisions, and behaviors. And like a lot of things in leadership, impact can be positive, contributing to the growth and development of individuals and the organization, or it can be negative, causing disruptions and even impairments to performance. So to relate these first two terms more closely, purpose is the foundation on which impact is built. A leader's impact is often a reflection of how well their actions align with their purpose. So term number 3 is making a difference. And actually, impact and making a difference are related closely, and I'll talk more about that next week. Making a difference is about the tangible changes or contributions a leader makes to improve their team, their organization, or their community. It's the visible and experiential aspect of a leader's influence. Making a difference is the observable result of a leader's impact. It's the evidence that the leader's purpose and mission are being effectively activated. And if you've ever seen a leader whose purpose is aligned with the difference that they are making, it's sort of a force multiplier, and it really amplifies their leadership. Now, the word mission is more specific and action-oriented than the word purpose. It's really more about the what and the how, what the leader aims to achieve, and how they plan to do it. So the mission provides a tangible direction and a framework for the impact that a leader aims to create. It's really, I like to think of it as the roadmap for making the intended impact. The next word on the list is significance, and significance in leadership refers to the long-term importance of a leader's actions. It's about the lasting value and the depth of influence that a leader has. And I feel like significance is a deeper dimension of impact. And what I mean by that is, while impact might be seen in immediate results and effects, significance is about the enduring influence that persists over time. And I've begun thinking about it to myself as the echo of a person's impact across not just this life, but also future generations. Now, the word legacy we hear a lot, and it gets thrown around a lot. And in leadership, it refers to what a leader leaves behind for future generations. It's the lasting imprint of their values, actions, and contributions. So another way to say that is that legacy is the enduring aspect of leaders' influence, often assessed retrospectively. There's a lot of overlap between significance and legacy. I think of them rather as different sides of the same coin. Legacy, I think, is more about the body of work, the organization, or the resources that you leave behind, or even financial assets, as in finances being left to your kids. This is more about what you say to people, like an author speaks through a book, for example, or what you created for them, maybe the infrastructure that you put in place that they benefit from. And it's all about those things rather than really what you meant to them. Somebody could have impact on your life without meaning anything to you personally at all. Significance, I think, goes a lot deeper. I think it's the expression of what your work meant to someone and how that echoes across the generations, as I said previously. I believe that significance encompasses more of an emotional or a heart connection. And you can think about this also in terms of like a musical group. I still remember, pardon me, songs from back in the 1970s when I was in high school, that when I hear them today, they still have significance to me because of the emotional connection that I had with the song and the surroundings that I was in at the time. I think that significance and legacy are two sides of the same coin. And either the significance or the legacy side of the coin will assume greater or lesser importance as our personal journey unfolds. Okay, almost to the end for today. Life calling, our assignment, is a deep-seated sense of higher purpose that guides a leader's choices and actions throughout their life. This plays a prominent place in the lives of faith-based leaders, since we, of course, believe that God calls us to a specific higher purpose, but the concept also has applicability to the marketplace. I think of life calling as akin to purpose, but more profound and enduring. It influences a leader's mission, impacts the way they make a difference, and contributes to their overall significance and legacy. So, and life assignment, I believe, is the common thread that runs through every single term that we've talked about today. So whether you use these terms or not, or whether you agree with me on the definitions or the nuances or not, the important thing for you to take away today for your own life and leadership is that first, you have a coherent view of how all these ideas interrelate, and second, whatever you come up with for your own definitions, that you create a common language of understanding with those in your own circle of influence and those who are privileged to lead. So next week we will take a look at how these ideas translate across different generations, and to do that we'll be referring back to this post and also to last week's, which was all about alphabet soup. So have a great week, and I will look forward to seeing you next week for the blog.